We all know that success is a lonely road, and if you don't know, then you're about to find out. But has anyone ever asked the question why? Why is success so lonely? You would think that once you got all of the riches, that everything you've ever wanted would come along with it. But if you know, you know, that often just isn't the case. You see, success is a beautiful thing, and it's something worth going for. But the journey is not easy, so the best thing for you to do is to prepare yourself for all that comes with it. In this video, I'm going to share with you why success is actually a lonely road so that you can develop the mental strength to handle your success. And if you're new here, hi girl, my name is Marsella Christina, and on this channel, I teach women how to become their highest selves. So if that's something that you're interested in, be sure to subscribe. I do want to mention that success isn't always lonely. As much as you lose on the road to success, there's so much that you gain. And while at the beginning of your journey, it may seem isolating, in time you do find your tribe. You do find other successful people that understand you and you can be friends with. So I don't want the period of loneliness to scare you away because it's only temporary. And once you meet your friends at the top, you'll realize that it was all worth it. So yes, success is a lonely road, but it's a road that leads to the bank. So if you're serious about making the journey, be sure to watch until the end of the video for my most important tip. Let's begin. Success is a lonely road because it is boring. No matter what your craft or profession may be, it takes time to get really good at it. And it takes even more time to go from good to excellent. And if we're talking about becoming really successful, then you're going to need to be excellent. There is no shortcut to success. You have to learn your craft. And my goodness, this is no easy feat. To be successful, you have to be the type of person that pays attention to the details. Mediocre just cannot cut it for you, because ultimately your goal is mastery. You want to go from learning the craft to being a master of the craft, because mastery is when things become fun. Mastery is when work becomes play. But you don't get to that point until you do the boring work. To become successful at anything, it takes repetition. You have to get the reps in. You have to get those 10,000 hours in. And this is why so many people cannot be successful at anything, because they can't endure the pain of the repetition. They can't endure the mental strain of a difficult task. Each time looking to get a little bit better, because over time, a little bit better adds up to be a significant improvement. And most people just can't stomach that. Mastering your craft takes trial and error. You don't just become a success story on your first try, even if you're a prodigy or a genius. And even if you are fortunate enough to make headway at your first attempt, that isn't sustainable. At some point, your inexperience is going to show. And that's why repetition is so important, because it makes those skills stronger. It creates the foundation for your mastery and thus your success. But this process is often dull and not exciting. And it's lonely. No one's cheering for you during this time. Heck, the world doesn't even know your name. And so there is no external validation. And because so many people crave external validation, they don't have enough willpower to stick with the boring task, even if it's going to benefit them in the end. And so if you're going to be a successful person, you need to embrace the boring side of your craft. Even the most glamorous jobs have a boring side. A star athlete has to attend training, and there they make their mistakes and they have to learn and learn quickly. A supermodel may have to train or do meal prep, or even if she has great genetics, she still has to make it to her fittings and her castings on time. No matter what it is you do, success is going to require something of you. And what it requires may not always be exciting. You may not always want to do it, but it has to get done. The next reason why success is a lonely road is because it takes time. It takes time to become successful. There is no such thing as an overnight success. Because the people that we discover overnight will tell you themselves that they have been working at their craft for years, often decades. Most people are too impatient to become successful. It's not that they lack talent or that they don't have great ideas. It's simply that they have this need for instant results. And success does not work that way. Again, it takes repetition and fine-tuning. You have to be willing to put the time in to figure out what works and what doesn't. And when you're impatient, you don't get this opportunity. While you may think you're speeding things up, you're only just slowing yourself down. Because things take time and you cannot rush time. The best thing that you can do is learn and observe, because that puts you in a better position to make better decisions, which is what successful people do. At the heart of it, most people don't have faith or believe in themselves. So if they don't see something happening right now, they don't believe that it's going to happen for them. And ladies, this is such a terrible mistake. And it's a mistake that too many people make. And it's the reason why the road to success is so lonely. If you believe in yourself, then it doesn't matter if it doesn't happen today, because you know that it's going to happen for you. You've already made up your mind that you're going to be successful. The when is not important. But people that lack faith and that lack self-belief have to see it right now. It has to be tangible for them in order for them to make a move. And they wonder why they keep losing. Because think about it, in order for something to become tangible, it first had to be an idea. So if you only want to participate or go after something when you see it in the physical, then you're already way behind. It's the person that believed that it would become physical in the first place that is successful. That's the person that's 10 steps ahead. Most people are scared to commit. They're scared to invest their time, their money, and their energy into anything. And notice I said anything. If people just picked one thing and gave it their all, they would find success. But they're just too afraid. And this fear is going to keep them in the crowd. You see, because while the road to success is lonely, the road to failure is lively. Oh yeah, they're having a party over there. What are they celebrating? I'm not sure, but it's a whole bunch of people on that side. And see, most people just don't want to leave the party. They don't want to spend their time and energy on something that's actually going to better them in the future. They'd much rather waste it. And so if you're going to become a successful woman, then you need to accept that it takes time. It will take longer for some than for others, but it will take time for all of us. And that is okay, because at least we can rest assured that our time is being spent in the right direction. We might be lonely on this road, but at least we're going places. The next reason why success is a lonely road is because there are no distractions. Listen, if you want to be a successful person, you're going to have to become a focused person. And being able to focus is a skill that the average person does not have. When you're focused, not only do you have to keep your eyes on what it is that you're after, you also have to resist all urges and temptations. And on the road to success, you will encounter temptations. It can be hard to accept that you're indoors, working, laboring over your craft, paying attention to every detail, aiming to become 1% better each and every day. And then you look outside of your window and everybody's partying. Everybody's having a grand old time and they look like they have not a care in the world. It can be tempting. It can be tempting to just say, forget about this and go and join the party. But remember the question that I asked earlier. What are they celebrating? A focused person can see through this. They can look out the window for a moment, think about it, and then get back to work because there are no distractions. They understand their journey, and so they have the strength to resist their urges. When you're getting rid of distractions, you're going to have to change your lifestyle and your friendships. You simply cannot do the things that you were doing when you were unsuccessful. You've turned the page on that. It's time for a new lifestyle. You have to go to new places and you have to meet new people. And all of this has to resonate with the new successful version of you that you're building. You have to change your habits and behavior. Success requires the best of you, and so you have to develop yourself. If you have a habit of procrastination, then that's something that you have to address. If you tend to be late all the time, then that's an issue and you have to fix it. These are the things that make success a lonely road because people just don't want to do this work, because this is the inner work. And oftentimes, this is the hardest work because it takes so much accountability and honesty that most people just don't want to be bothered. They'd much rather just be the person that they've always been, even if that person is keeping them stuck. They'd rather be distracted and stuck than focused and flourishing. And that's really the long and short of it. The next reason why success is a lonely road is because it takes dedication. Whatever you're successful at, whatever your mission may be, it has to mean something to you because the road to success is not easy. And so the only thing that's going to keep you on that road is your why. Why you're even doing this in the first place, why you're going after what it is you're going after. Because if you have a strong why, then you can stick with it. You can stay the course because you have the endurance to do so. You have a reason to do so. And most people miss this. Most people don't have a reason for wanting to be successful. They just want money. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not judging them for that. But true success is so much more than money. True success is purpose. It's being fulfilled by the work that you do. And then getting paid for it is the cherry on top. Most people are not successful because most people are not dedicated, because most people don't know what to be dedicated to. They haven't done that work. It takes a deep dive. It takes self-reflection to really figure out what you're called to do, and then trusting that voice once you hear it. Most people are just not tapping in. They're not going deep enough, and that's why they keep coming up short. Success requires dedication, which means you have to keep showing up even when you become successful. Aha, no one ever talks about that. You see, most people are only concerned with going from where they are to success. But what happens when you reach success? Are you the person that can keep success? Can you continue to grow and flourish? Can you keep showing up for this cause once you've made the money and won the awards? Does it still matter to you? Is it still something worth doing? Are you happy with your success? Is it everything that you envisioned? Are you the person that can keep it, or will you sabotage it? These are the questions that you have to ask yourself. And the only way to avoid these traps is to be dedicated from the beginning. Yes, the beginning. Most people want to be dedicated at the end. It is this backwards thinking that makes most people failures. So if you want to be successful, be forward thinking. Success is a lonely road because it's uncomfortable. I will not sugarcoat it. The road to success is bumpy. And on top of it being bumpy, add in twists and turns. Oh yeah, it's definitely going to test you. And most people simply just don't want to be tested. They want to avoid the test altogether because they don't want to deal with the pain that it comes with. But they don't understand that this pain is a growing pain. This is the type of pain that transforms you. It's literally the pain that makes the unsuccessful person successful. But they're afraid of it. They don't think that they have what it takes to make it through to the other side. But how will they know if they never go? I will be completely honest with you. On the road to success, you will lose sleep, you may miss meals, and you are going to make sacrifices. It comes with the journey, but it is all worth it. Because once you become successful, you can live life on your own terms. You have the freedom to come and go as you please, and that is living life at the highest level. So the reason why success is a lonely road is because most people just don't want to become a successful person. Being successful on the outside first starts with becoming successful on the inside. You have to do the inner work to make sure that you're showing up as your highest version. You have to become the type of person that can attain success and remain successful. You have to become successful through and through. And if you're able to do that, then you will make it to the top. And at the top, it isn't lonely. There you will find many other high achievers that went through the same journey that you went through. So you will have much in common and much to talk about. And so oftentimes these friendships have deeper bonds. And how awesome is that? If you're on a journey to success, I want to commend you for taking the steps to better your life. And I want you to know that this lonely stage that you're in is only for a season. So keep pushing, keep persevering, and keep your eyes on the prize because it is yours. And know that you can always come back to this video for clarity. Now I want to hear from you. Why do you think success is a lonely road? Drop it in the comments below. And if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you. Be sure to subscribe. We'd love to have you become a part of the family. Earlier, I mentioned that most people will not spend the time to become successful because they don't believe in themselves. But this is only the case because they haven't developed the right mindset. So watch this video to learn how to develop a winner's mindset and become a success. Okay, my loves, until next time, take good care of yourselves. Bye.